up to number 20 on my fancy playlist. Well, we're finally halfway up my fancy playlist. February 6, 1999, Collective Soul with Run, from number 22 to number 20. My fancy playlist back in early 1999 is from their fourth album called Dosage, and gosh, it was produced by Ed Roland. Ed Roland, the chief songwriter, the lead singer of Collective Soul. He attended the Berklee College of Music in Boston, learning songwriting and I guess music guitar techniques. And after that, he spent about a year there in Berklee. Berklee, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Berklee. And then he became a producer at Reel to Reel Studios. Producer there for about 8 years. That was at Stockbridge, Georgia. Collective Soul, they're from Stockbridge, Georgia, with population of 25,637 as of the year 2010, according to the 2010 census. And Dosage, this album Dosage, boy, they poured on the production techniques. The group members were unhappy with their previous album, the production and the sound of their previous album, which was called Discipline Breakdown. They moved away a little bit from the organic and raw sounds of their earlier albums, and they experimented with different sounds. They used loops, Pro Tools, and also synth pop effects, synth pop sounds on this album, produced by Ed Roland. This whole album produced by Ed Roland, recorded at two studios, one in Atlanta, Tree Studios in Atlanta, and it was also recorded. This album was also recorded at a legendary studio called Criteria Studios in Miami. Criteria Studios in Miami, we were talking a legendary recording studio that was founded back in the late 50s, although it gained prominence starting in the 70s. Layla was recorded at Criteria Studios. I Feel Good by James Brown recorded at Criteria Studios. Eat a Peach by Allman Brothers, one of their classic albums, recorded at Criteria Studios back in the fall of 1971. And that's not even the tip of the iceberg of the number of artists who recorded there at Criteria. So this was big. This shows you how big Collective Soul was by the late 90s, that they got a chance to record at the legendary Criteria Studios. Or let me enunciate that correctly, Criteria Studios in Miami. Anyway, their first album, well, the first record off this, Heavy, and it paid off. Heavy, the first single, number one on the mainstream rock charts, rock tracks, for 15 weeks. Now you think about that. That's almost 3 months at number one. As Gomer Pyle would say, Shazam! Those Pro Tools helped. Sure did. Anyway, I guess that's all I got to say about this record, so let's go ahead and move on. We got Run by Collective Soul at number 20 rather, on my fancy playlist, February 6, 1999.